All right, hey guys, welcome back to another solo Sunday. We're going to be playing a solo playthrough of Forges of Ravenshire. So this is a kind of engine building dice worker placement game. It very much is reminiscent of Raiders of Scythia or Raiders of the North Sea, where you're going to place a worker out, do something, and then pull a worker back and do something again. Except there's an engine building component where we're going to be able to run our engines over here. So, kind of the premise of the game is we're these like cool little creature guys, and we are going to be making different armor and weapons and shields, and to make money, and we're gonna use that money to do some other stuff. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most money wins. We are playing solo against the AO automated opponent, and the game is broken up into a few different phases. There are 4 rounds in the game. The first phase of the round is called the production phase, which is when we're going to take our dice. We have 3 dice every round. We're going to place them out, get some resources, pull a dice back, get some resources, and then run our engines. The 5 normal resources or goods in the game are going to be wood, ore, charcoal, steel, and leather. You can get charcoal or ore here, wood here, leather here, charcoal here, and steel here. And then, depending on the die value, that'll matter on how much of that item that you get. So, for example, if I place a 2 here, I'll get 3 wood, and I'll also get a dragon scale. Now, that dragon scale is one of the mythics, mystics. And there are 4 mystics. There are talisman, dragon scales, mithril, and ember gem. They are used in various different ways. Some of them are used for changing dice value. That's what the talisman are for. The ember gems are used to convert into 2 ember gems to 2 of any goods. We can also use ember gems to, when we complete contracts, to change the finish and get additional money for that contract. The mithril is also used to change the finish, and we can get additional reputation for that. That's this track down here. And then the dragon scales are used to, in conjunction with charcoal, to get 1 good and a money. So they are also used as resources for completing contracts, but that's kind of the basic gist of that. Now, the bot does get goods, and they get mystics, but instead of they actually don't get the goods and mystics. Every time they get a good, they'll take one of these cubes, and when they have 13 cubes, they will complete one of the contracts out here. Anytime they get a mystic, they'll end up converting that to money. So they do exactly what we do, but kind of do it in a normal kind of automa cheating way. The other things that can happen, so let's actually just get into some stuff first. So we didn't completely do setup. I need to choose a starting contract. We're going to pick 3 1-star contracts. As our reputation rises and we cross these thresholds, we will be able to do some more involved contracts. They require more resources, but will yield us better results. So at the beginning of the game, we need to start with a contract here. I think, just to make things a little simple, we're going to take this scale barrack. It's going to require, so if you look at a contract here, the left-hand side are the resource costs, so this is 3 steel and 5 leather. And on the right-hand side, it's going to be 1 action token and 14 gold for us to as a reward to complete that. Now, the other thing I didn't do for start is that we also have an asymmetric power. So I am using the asymmetric powers. The bots don't use that, and the bots are hard enough as it is, so I'm fine with this. We are the cleric, so at the beginning of the game, we actually get to upgrade our market exchange. So the market exchange would be 3 of any good for any other good, 3 mythics for 1 mythic, a talisman to plus or minus the value of a die by 1, 2 ember gems for 2 goods, and a dragon scale and a charcoal for a good and a money. When we play this out, we actually get a better rate for mythics, and we also get to change our die values by an additional 1 value, so it's 2. And also, when we play it, this little white symbol means we get to do this, which means we get to move up on the reputation track, and then which means we actually get to get an additional good, so we're going to get ourselves a steel. We also get to start the game with 3 talisman, and we get an additional effect for talisman. So the cleric lets us take a talisman. We can spend a talisman to get a gold and flip a die to its other value. We can, whenever we change a die value by 2, we can get a gold, and then when we can spend a talisman, it's kind of fuzzy, we can run our dice into a different engine that's not the color that it belongs to and get a gold. Now, how that works, and we'll kind of get into it here, but how that works is we're going to be able to take a die to get some resources, pull a die back, get those resources, and then depending on the color of the die, we will run the engine. We'll get the things in here, and we can build these out as the game progresses. The other thing we can do on our turn is spend action tokens to do things. So action tokens on a normal gathering phase, we can spend an action token before we do anything. We can place our die. We can spend an action token there. We can take our die, run our guild, which are engines, and then we can do an action token. The action tokens will let us gain a contract, so we can take any contract we have the reputation for. So at the beginning of the game, we can only take the 1 stars. We can refresh a row and then take a contract, so we can basically put the whole row at on the bottom of the deck and then take one. We can recruit a guild member, so normally we have to go here to recruit, but we can just go ahead and recruit that, paying the cost of the guild member over here. And then we can build an upgrade. We've already built the upgrade. We already got this upgrade for free, but an upgrade here would be an action token and a coin, and we can remove that to make more space in our guild. We can also build and upgrade these for our production phase, which we'll get into a little bit later when we get to that point. Is that all? The bot. So the way the bot works, like I said, they're very much like a player, but some of their stuff is specialized for this game. So one thing that is chosen is that they will do a finish. When we complete a contract, we can pay additional resources to change the finish, like I mentioned earlier. They will automatically get to do that. And how their finish is determined is if there are 3 different titles that have relation to a finish. If one of those titles is out, they're going to choose that finish. Then it's chosen by their priority. So this is the first priority. So if 2 titles were out with multiple finishes, they would choose the higher one. There's only one, the Brightsmith, so that's what they're going to do. When they complete one of their contracts by getting 13 goods, they're going to automatically make it a mithril finish. The next kind of priority track here is the priority of what things they want to make. Now, if there was a contract specializing in swords and shields or in armor, they would prioritize it that way, but in this case we don't have any, so they're just randomly done. And finally, their priority for color is just completely random, and then that's what dictates how their deck is constructed. So there are 6 cards of every color, but their deck will be composed of 12 cards plus event cards, and I'll get to the event cards in a moment. But the way it works is that they're based on their priority, green being their most priority and then purple being their least, they're going to have 6 cards of their first priority, 4 cards of their second priority, and 2 cards of the third priority. And then the 2 events get added in because we're playing an apprentice. Those 2 events will be additional things they'll do. So they have 14 total cards in their deck, but 1 card, the events count as they do something extra. The events are extra, so they have basically 1 card per turn. There are 12 turns in the game. All right, let's just get into it. It'll make more sense as we start to play. I'm the blue player. AO is the red player. Let's hop into it. We need to roll our dice, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. And there we are. So we want to build this out. And we need steel and we need leather. We also want to complete these contracts here. Now the contracts are guild master. We need to have 6 guild members. So we're going to definitely need an upgrade to fit those in. We could cover these, but I don't like covering them because this is just free stuff. Bright Smith, 5 mithril finishes. And then exceptional, 4 contracts at the 2-star level. So we're going to be focusing on those 2 and kind of leaving the bot for that because he'll get that one no matter what. So first things first, let's go ahead and spend our 2 here. That's going to get us one of these, and we're going to spend 2 money here to take this. This is going to go into our deal here. This will let us, when we run a green engine, we're going to be able to get a leather in addition to any good here. And we're also getting any good of our choice because of that symbol. So we're going to give ourselves a steel. And then we're going to go here and take this die. That's going to get us 3 wood. So we start the game with 1 of every resource, and it's also going to get us a dragon scale. And then because it's a green, we get to run that engine there, so we're going to get ourselves a leather, and then 1 of any good, which will be the steel. And that's going to be our turn. That's it. Now we're going to do the bot. So their card, and they actually start with one of their events. So this is going to move them up on the reputation track. That gets them a good. So they're going to take this. Okay, so this is what their cards look like. They are looking at the color die. So the top part is the priority of the die they're going to place. They don't ever roll their dice. They just place what the value says. So they're going to look for a yellow, then a purple, then a green, which they do have a yellow. They're going to place a yellow 6 in the 5 spot. If that's unavailable, then the 6 spot, then the 4 spot, then the 3 spot. So the 5 spot, they're going to place their die there. They get a good, which is just this cube, and they get a action token, which is just going to be money for them. Then they're going to look for the lowest value die of the color, and then if that's not available, they're going to do the next one. So green, lowest green is going to be this one. They're going to take this green, which they're going to get a good for. And they're going to take this, and then they're going to place that here, and that's going to get them a good for this spot here. And then because they filled this guild member, they're going to get a second good for that. And that's how their turn works. If there's a tie, they will either go left to right or right to left, depending on what the card says. And I didn't mention this, but you can never take a die that you placed. So if you just placed the die, they placed a green die and it happened to be the lowest green, they cannot take that back. And the same with us. We can't take dice that we just placed. So that's something to keep in mind. We're going to spend our action token and the money to upgrade this and get this out of the way just so we're not worrying about it. And then we're going to go ahead and spend... We are going to put this 5 here. We're going to use that to get a mythic. We're going to get a mithril. And then we're going to spend 1 to get this and place that here. Which means that every time we run this, we'll get a dragon's or talisman, which we want for what we want to do. We're going to take this 6 and place that there. That's going to get us a steel, an action token, a talisman, and either a dragon stone or another talisman. But we're going to take the dragon scale. I'm sorry. We're going to do that. Our turn is over. The bot's going to go. They're going to place a 2 purple out in the 2 spot. It's going to be 3 goods for them and a money, because that would be the dragon scale. Then they're going to pick up the highest yellow, which will be this one, which is another money and another good. And they're going to place that here and get themselves another good. Okay. Now I need 8 steel and 5 leather. So we've got this 3 here. I think I want to do... I have a lot of choices. I probably want green back. Let's go here and we'll get ourselves 2 leather. And we'll get ourselves 2 ore. Put that here, get ourselves another leather and 1 of any good, and that good will be a steel. Okay, the bot's going to take their final turn of the first round. They're going to place out a 4 in the 2 spot, which will go there. That's going to be 3 goods for them. They're going to pick up the lowest green. They just placed the green, so they can't. So the lowest purple, and they're going to start from left to right. So they're going to take this purple. That's going to get them 3 goods and a money. Now they've completed their goods. They get 2 left over. They're going to complete a contract based on their priority, which will be swords. They're going to complete this contract. It's going to get them an action token and 10 money. They don't take action tokens, so they just get money for that. And then they automatically get that finished, so they're going to be able to move their marker up this way. And that's done for them. Let's go ahead and convert this into a 5 there. And then they're going to place this out here and get a money. And I don't know if I gave them their money. I don't think I gave them their money for taking a 2, so I got to give them money for that. And if I did, then they get an extra money. Okay, so that's it. So now we're going to production phase. So production phase, these are the things we can do. We can, in any order, place our dice on the right side of our board. We can complete a contract. We can build an upgrade, and we can do any market exchanges. Now, there are 6 spots on the right side of our board. We can place any die here, and then regardless of the value, run one of our guilds. We can place a die here, and regardless of the value, we'll get 2 action tokens. We place a die here. If it's a 1 or 2, we'll get 2 goods and an ore. If it's a 3 or 4, we'll get a mythic, an ore, a good, and an ore. If it's a 5 or 6, we'll get a mythic, a coin, and an ore. And then here, if it's a 1 or 2, we'll get 2 action tokens. If it's a 3 or 4, we'll move 1 to the reputation track. And if it's a 5 or 6, we'll get 4 money. Here, this lets us exchange any number of charcoal or wood for charcoal. And then depending on the die value, we'll get a bonus. 1 or 2, it'll be 3 charcoal, a 3 and 4, a charcoal and an ember gem, and a 5 or 6 an additional charcoal. And then down here, we can exchange any number of ore and charcoal for steel. And then the bonus for 1 or 2 is 1 steel, 3 and 4 is 1 steel and a mithril, and a 5 or 6 is 2 steel. We do have upgrades for those that we're going to be working on towards in the next round probably. So I probably kind of jumped the gun on this because I thought I'd do more here, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and take our dice here. I know that I want to fill this out, and I probably want to try to get the mithril finish on it, so I need another one of these. So we're going to place that 4 here for sure. We need to do some converting. So I think the next thing I also want to do is place out that here and that here. So we're going to get ourselves a good of some sort. We'll get ourselves the mithril for that. We'll get ourselves a leather. We'll get ourselves an ore. We're going to give ourselves 2 action tokens from that. And then we're going to go down here and convert. We have to do at least 1 conversion. Oh, the good, instead of giving myself a leather, I'm going to give myself the charcoal. Sorry about that. We have to do at least 1 conversion, and then we'll get the bonus. So 1 conversion of a charcoal and a ore for a steel, and then we're going to get a steel and a mithril. And then we're going to spend our 8 steel, so that's all of our steel and all of our leather, our 5 leather, for this scale barrack. We're going to then spend 2 mithril on our last charcoal to do the finish here. So it's going to get us an action token and 14 money. As well as movement. Oops, movement on this. I moved their marker instead of mine. So, or my mark, yeah. So we've done that. And that's all we can do. So we're done for the round. They're done for the round. We're going to see if anybody was able to get any contracts. Nobody has successfully done that. Then we are going to prepare the main board, which is going to refresh. It's going to move those down. These will move down. And then we're going to take these die off. And then from left to right, we're going to fill them in one at a time. So there's a 2, a 2, 3, a 1, a 6, and a 1. And then we're going to roll our dice. And then we're going to pass this over to the bot, and they're going to be first player for the second round. So let's just hop into it here. We're going to go a little faster now. They're going to pick out a green 2 to the 3 spot. They're going to get themselves 2 goods. They're going to pick up the lowest green, which is this one, which is going to be 1 good, and then they're going to get themselves 2 goods for their green guild. Now I want to start getting some more of these to get this filled out, and if I can maybe do it this round, that would be awesome. So I don't know if it's going to be that way, but we're going to try. I also want to try to start building some of these 2-star things. So let's go ahead and spend one of our action tokens to take, and I think we're going to take this soul cleaver. It needs 2 talisman, which we have. We need 5 leather, 9 steel, and 3 wood. So we're going to kind of think about that a bit. All right, let's go ahead and go. I guess, what do we want to get? Maybe that's the question. We're going to spend a 4 to go here. That's going to let us build out this one. So we're going to spend 4 money. This is going to get us a gold and any good. And the mythic that we're going to take is a mithril. And then we're going to pull this back and get 3 wood and a dragon stone, and then we'll get 2 money and a good. And the good we're going to take is going to be a steel. No, we want to take a charcoal actually, and that'll be very apparent in a moment. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is the bot's next turn. They're going to put out a 3 in the 6 spot. It's unavailable, so they're going to go to the 4 spot, which is here. That's going to be 2 goods for them. Smallest purple, which will be that. 2 more goods and a money. And then they're going to put that there and get a money. Okay. I need steel production is what I really like. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So let's, while we're at it, we'll spend 2 of these tokens and a money to upgrade our deal here to get a better rate for steel. And then I would like some charcoal, but my values are small. So we'll go here and get ourselves 3 wood. So 1, 2, 3, we're at 10 wood and another one of these. And then we're going to pick up, we're going to pick this up, spend 3 money, take this, place that here. We're also going to get a mythic. We're going to take a talisman. And then we're going to get a leather, 2 charcoal, and a steel for the 1 good there. Okay, The bot is going to go. They're going to place out a 1 on the 1 spot. It's going to be 2 here and a money. Where's the 1? And then I'm going to convert their money, and I'm going to kind of consolidate it a bit. So they have a 20 now. And then they're going to pick up the highest green, which will be this one, which will be 2 goods and a money. They're going to buy now. They're going to buy this, which for them is a movement on here, which is another money, and then 19 money. So I'm going to trade that in for that. They are also going to go here and get 2 more goods. Okay. Hope I caught all that. Okay, so if I can help it, I'd like to run green, but I need some steel, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to convert a lot of steel, so we're going to try to. We'll go here and get two of that. We'll get a mithril, and then we're going to pull back this for the wood. 1, 2, 3. We'll go here. We'll get a leather, 2 charcoal, and a steel. Okay, now production phase. So this is where things get tricky. I need some steel. I'd like to do converting for that steel, and I need to figure out the best way to go about doing that. So I need these 2 for that. I've got plenty of wood. I need some more leather. So for our leather conversion, let's see, what do we need to do? And I'd like to have the mithril to do the mithril finish on that. So if we put a 6 here, we can get a bunch more steel. So we are going to convert this 1 into a 6. Get a money and place that down here for sure. That's a 2. We are going to then, we're probably going to place that there for that. Another exchange we're going to do is spend this and that for another leather and a money. The question is, what else do we want to do here? We'll go ahead and place this here. I think that's fine. So we're going to run this. We're going to get 2 of a good. So we're going to get 2 leather and an ore. We're going to convert 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're going to go here instead. And we're going to move up on this and get ourselves more active. And that's what we're going to do instead. And then we're going to convert down here and convert 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 into 1, 2, 3 plus an additional 4. It's going to put us at 9. Okay. That puts us right there. We're then going to spend our 9, 3 of these, and 5 of that, and 2 of these on completing the soul cleaver. We're going to spend the 2 mithril and the 1 charcoal for the finish. It's going to get us movement out here. And then another movement for that. Gets us another mystic. We're going to get that, and then we're going to get 20 money. And that's going to be it. We're done with our turn. So let's go ahead and move on to the next round. These will get cleared off. No one's made enough. These come off the board. So kind of eyeballing some of this stuff. The Komodo armor needs a lot of leather and a lot of steel, so we may just focus on that because it doesn't need as many resources. Okay, so we are back to being first player. Let's roll our dice. And I'd also like to get some more of these here, so we've got to also figure that out. So I think actually we've got a kind of good thing going here. So I think what we're going to want to do is I'm going to spend 1 of mine to get this Komodo armor. And our hand size is 3, so we could totally have more than 1. I've just been kind of, I've been very, like, frugal with my money right now. So we are going to try to work on that, which we have these 2 for already, because it needs 2 dragon scales. We're in a good spot for that. Now, I think I really want this, because this will let us convert any mythic into 2 goods, and we're going to get a mythic, at least 1 mythic here for free. So that basically just gets us 2 goods for free. So that should help with some stuff here. So I think what I'd like to do first and foremost is place this here to get a steel, and our mythic, or our action token. Then we're going to take this 5. It's going to let us buy this one for 3. We're going to place that down here. And then we're also going to get another mythic, which we'll use it to get an ember gem. We're going to place that here. We're going to get a dragon, or a talisman, and then we're going to convert the talisman we would get for the other one into 2 goods, and we're going to use that to get we get ourselves 2 leather. Okay, now the bot will go. They're going to move on here and then go again. Oh, they're going to place out a green 4 on 3. It's going to be 2 goods for them. Then they're going to pick up the highest purple, which will be that one, which will be a good and a money. And they're going to place that here for a money. Okay. So we just need one more of these in order to get that guild master title. Oh, and I really would like a green here. So let's go ahead and spend this to unlock this. We're going to place this 1 here to get a good. We're going to get a steel. And then spend 4 to get this. Place that down here. Then we're going to take this and get 2 leather and run that. That's going to be 2 charcoal, 2 leather, a wood, and any good, and we'll use that to get a steel. Okay. The bot, they're going to place out a 4 on the 1 spot to get themselves 2 goods. And they're going to pick up the lowest yellow, which will get them 1 good, and that'll get them an additional good here. Okay, are we poised to complete this and maybe start working on another one? Okay, I think I kind of wanted to build this out, but I don't know that we're going to really be able to. As much as I was hoping to. So maybe we just try to do something else here. So, how much leather do we need? We need 5 leather and we have 6. We need more steel. So we're going to go here and get a steel and another one of these. I really would like to go there though. But, I mean, I'm turning this into steel anyway, so I could just take it. Or take that for the ore, but I don't have anything making steel. Or we just take this back. No, we'll take this to get the charcoal. Not the charcoal, the ore. We'll get a mithril. And then we'll get 2 money and any good. And we're going to use that good to get a charcoal. And then I think we're going to go ahead and spend our 2 tokens in this to upgrade this here. Okay. Now the bot's going to take their final turn. They're going to turn this 5. They're going to go to the 4 spot. Get themselves 2 here and a money. Then they're going to take the smallest thing here, which is going to get them 1 good. And then they're going to place out the 2 here to get another good, which will let them buy a sword. That is a 3-star. There is no 3-star sword. There is still no 3-star sword, so they'll go to a shield, which will be this shield. That's going to move them up 3 spots. 1, 2, 3, which is another good. They're going to get 15 money. They're going to get that finish. And then they're going to get 2 talisman, which will get them 2 more money. So let's convert some of their stuff to consolidate. Okay, so they've got 3 on that finish. Okay, so we're going to do production. Now, I want to be able to build this out. I've got the dragon scale for it. I've got the mithril for the finish. And I've got the leather, so I need the steel. And I also want to get some more charcoal, and I also want to get some more of this. So I think we're going to definitely go here to do some charcoal conversion. I do need to go here. So we're probably going to go here for that. And then this, let's refill that there. This, we're going to go here, I think. Is that what we're going to do? I need the action tokens, and I'm not going to get any action tokens with that stuff. This will give me the charcoal. Although, do I need charcoal? This will give me 5. If we go here, if we go here, we'll get 4, and we can convert 2. No, I think we can do it. I think we're gonna do this instead. So we're gonna get 2 action tokens. I think this will work. We're gonna give movement on here because this is endgame points. I want to make sure I get that movement on that, and then we're gonna go here and convert 2 for 2, and then we're gonna get 4 more. Oh shoot. That's fine. We're at 10. We're going to spend 1... No. I kind of goofed that up. No, we're going to spend 3... 1, 2, 3 to make 1 more of these, and then we would have done that conversion. So we would have done that earlier. And then that would make us at 11. So we would have done that. Okay. We're going to spend our 11 steel... 5 of our leather and 2 of our of these to complete this. We're also going to spend 2 mithril on our last charcoal for the finish. So we're going to get 20 money. We're going to move 2 spaces on this, which will get us a good. So we'll get a steel for that. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're done with this. We're going to check for titles. So we get the Guildmaster title, which is 6 more money. And then that's going to be it right now. We also have 3 of... we only have 2 of those. Okay, I don't know how close we're going to get to that. Because these give us a lot of reputation, but we're so far back that... I don't know. So let's go ahead and get rid of all that. Okay, and we're gonna reset for the final round. We're gonna see if we can try to go. We're gonna try to build out 2 more things. Okay. Bot will go first. So let's go ahead and flip over their card. They're going to place out a 1 in the 3 spot. So it's going to go there. That's 2 goods and a money. And then they're going to pick up this, which is going to be 1 good, as well as 1 more good. Okay, we've got to be very methodical about what we do here. I'm kind of done with the guild stuff because we've satisfied that. I need to spend this for a contract. And we'll take this one. And then I'm going to spend another one for another contract. And we're going to take that one. I think... No, we're going to take this one here. Because it's low steel value and I can get the wood, I think, fairly easy. And the leather fairly easy. And if we can't do the finishes, that's okay, but we're going to try to anyway. Okay, so we need some wood. We need 15 wood for all of this. So we're going to go ahead and try to do that. So we're going to get 3 wood here. 1, 2, 3. And get a dragon scale. And then I'd like to maybe get some charcoal there. We'll run this. That's 2 more charcoal, 2 leather, a wood, and a steel. Okay. The bot's going to go. I'm going to place out a 5 on the 6 spot there. That's going to get them this and a money. And then they're going to pick up a green, which will be this, which will be also this, and a money. And then they're going to run that green and get 4 goods. Holy moly. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. The steel, like I said, I think we can do the leather. I just got to focus on doing some green stuff over here, I think. Let's use this 5 here for this and the action token. Wait, hold on. Do I need that? We'll go here and get 2 charcoal and the ember gem. Then we're going to pull this back for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. The dragon stone. We're going to go here. 2 more leather, a wood, 2 charcoal, and a steel. The bot's last turn of the game. They're going to place out a 3 on the 4 spot, which will be here. They're going to get 2 goods. They're going to pick up the green, which will get them a good. And then 4 goods, so they're going to have a carryover of 2, basically. They're going to build out this, which is going to move them 1, 2, 3, which will get them a money and another good. They're also going to get 21 money. Oops. And 2 more money for the 2 deals, and then they move up 1 because of the finish. Because that they would have gotten 2 talisman, but they get turned into money. Okay, they've got a boatload of money there. Okay, our last turn they took the green, and I wanted the green, and I can't use the green, which I'm very sad about. So I've got a ton of wood. I think we can make both of these. I'm hoping to get the finishes off both, but I don't know that we're gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna try. To. I think we could do that there for the steel. Or is that what I want to do? Hold on. Let's spend them. We'll spend. Okay, wait. Is this for when I place this out? We're gonna spend this for converting this into a 2. Because I think that's when I can do this. During your gathering productive phase, you may change the die value on one of your dice or a die on the main board up or down by 1. Okay, so we're going to turn this into a 2 and go here. It's going to be 2 ore and a mithril. We're going to pull this back for 2 leather and the talisman. And then we're going to go here and get ourselves another talisman. No, we'll get ourselves a dragon scale. And then we're going to convert the other one, in the other talisman, into 2 goods, and we're going to use those 2 goods to get 2 leather. Okay, so now we're going to go into production. So for production, I need 2 for this. I need 1 for this. I might be able to convert these into another mithril, so I can do the finish. And then I need to also, I like to make finishes for both, so we have to see if we can do that. I have enough wood, I have enough leather, and I need steel. So for the steel, I do want to go here to bump up on this. For the steel, right, because I have, yep. I just need 2 steel. So actually I don't even run these. I can just do this and this. I'm sorry, this and this. I can do those. So, but before I do that, let's convert. And we're going to convert these. No. What do I need? I need more mithril. So we're going to convert these 2 into 1 mithril. We're going to convert these 2 into 1 mithril. And these 2 into 1 mithril. And then I'm going to convert this and a charcoal into a charcoal and a money. Because we're going to have to do that for the end of the game anyway. Okay, we're going to run this. We're going to get ourselves a steel, 2 leather, a wood, and 2 charcoal. We're going to run this to get ourselves 2 steel. Oh wait, did I mess that up? No, we need to run this one instead. So let me undo that. We need to undo the 1 steel, the 2 leather, the 2 charcoal. We're going to run this one. We're going to get ourselves one of these and then convert that into 2 steel. And then we're going to run this for 2 steel and an ore. Then we're going to run this to move up on here to get us one of these. Okay, now we're going to complete some stuff. We are going to first complete this. So we need 3 steel, 1, 2, 3 steel, 7 wood, 4 leather, and 2 of these. And we're going to do the mithril finish by spending a charcoal and 2 mithril. That's going to be 1 movement on this and 14 money. And then we get an additional movement because of the mithril finish, which is another good. So we'll get a steel for that, I guess. Let's turn this into a 20. And then we're going to spend 4 steel, 8 wood, 5 leather, and a mithril for this, which will be, and then we're going to spend the 2 of these and the charcoal for the mithril finish. It's going to get us 1 movement up here and another movement up here, which will get us one of these. And then we get 17 money. So let's convert this into those. Okay. And then we'll do some market exchanges, which will exchange these 2 for so we'll spend a charcoal and an amber gem, or a dragon scale for a good and a money. And we're going to spend it on a charcoal. So we'll get the charcoal back and then do it again. Basically converting those into money. All right. Now, titles. So, the bot only got 3 of these, so they did not get that title. We, on the other hand, did get 4 or 5, so we got 6 money for that. Nice. And then we did make 4 2-star contracts, so we get 6 more money for that. So usually I don't do that well, so that's kind of nice. We're going to convert those into a 5. All right, so let's go into the final, the end game scoring. So we won, actually, I think. So we are going to convert, we already converted our dragon scales. We're going to convert all these into money. So we convert that into a money, 1 action token per 1 gold. And then we're going to mark the gold where we are on the end track here, which is going to be 26. So we can convert that into a 20. And then the bot is going to take their end of game thing there. And I think that's it. I think they've done. So we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 122. They got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 105, 110, 111. So we barely eked it out. We got about 10 points, 11 points more than them. What? I said 111, 122. Okay, so we got 11 more points. Whew. That was tough. I can say, like, I had to complete every single one of those contracts. Usually I don't, so like that actually worked out really, really well. But usually I get mollywopped, and I played the bot on like the medium difficulty, and it completely annihilated me, like utterly annihilated. Like it got like 200 something points. So I think this helps a lot, having like a player power kind of give you the edge because the bot cheats. And they fortunately didn't get as many green, like the green dice we both focused on. I kind of beat them at that, and like there weren't a lot of green die out there, so we kind of just, because we both wanted to run those, so they would have gotten more green die, would have gotten more goods, and would have converted it more into buying and making weapons. So that's going to be it. That's a playthrough of Forges of Ravenshire. There's about 8 or so of these player powers. There is a ton of these, obviously. There's a ton of these titles. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 titles, so there's plenty of titles with different deals there. And the bot can be varied up. They've got 3 different finish cards, depending on their priority. The deck's going to be constructed differently. There's higher difficulties, and then there's more events for the higher difficulties. So there's there's some more replayability there in that. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.